When the divine clock strikes 0, truth does not whisper. It detonates. The veil is lifting. Chosen ones, you are not standing in ordinary time. You are standing at the edge of heaven's decree. Tick-tock. Every sound is a warning to those who thought delay meant control. The clock is not against you. It is against them. And when the final tick falls into silence, nothing can resist what has been written. This is not a countdown of numbers. It is the sound of heaven's clock beating against deception. Tick-tock, the era closes. The doors that marked you will unlock. The debts that weighed you will dissolve. The shadows that laughed will scatter. Delay was never denial. The ticking is not your threat. It is their expiration. Every cycle ends. Every season closes. No empire of illusion survives the sound of truth. When heaven whispers enough, no hand can hold the moment back. The clock strikes, and justice strikes with it. You are not the one running out of time. They are. They believed their final strike would end you. They did not know it was their undoing. Tick-tock, their desperation pressed the button of collapse. Every scheme they launched against you was not a victory. It was a seed of their own destruction. The last attempt was their final act. They mistook your silence for weakness. They misread your patience as defeat. But silence became judgment. Patience became power. And in the moment they thought you would break, the heavens declared their reign expired. Your turning point is not survival. It is ascension. Heaven keeps perfect accounts. Every tear, every betrayal, every sleepless night was recorded. Tick-tock, the ledger is closing. What you lost was never erased. It was accruing interest. Pain was turned into currency. They thought delay meant denial, but delay was divine mathematics. Your reward is not random. It is calculated, exact, unavoidable. And when the final tick falls silent, the transfer cannot be stopped. The books balance in your favor. This is not luck. This is law. This is repayment. For years, they stood on false platforms, illusions propped up by borrowed power. Tick-tock, and the scaffolding crumbles. Their stage collapses in fragments. Your foundation emerges unshaken. The stone outlasts the cardboard. They performed for applause. You built in silence. They sought spotlight. You laid stone. Now the transfer begins. Authority shifts. Dominion changes hands. And the ground they claimed is no longer theirs to hold. It belongs to the one who endured. You are not inheriting a spotlight. You are inheriting the ground it stood on. This rise is not temporary. It is permanent, sealed, and unstoppable. You thought silence was absence, but silence was your shield. Tick-tock, every withheld word became a fortress. They craved your reaction. They fed on your defense. But when you withdrew, their fire lost its air. Your silence was not weakness. Your silence was judgment. Heaven sent guardians to stand where you refused to argue. Your restraint summoned unseen armies. And every attack that echoed into your silence returned like thunder against their own walls. The guardian does not need noise. The guardian moves in stillness. And stillness became your greatest weapon. They built webs in the dark, threads of lies spun as if unbreakable. Tick-tock light touched the strands, and they dissolved. Their alliances looked strong from afar, but deception rots from within. One revelation can unravel years of plotting. You did not have to fight each snare. You did not need to expose each face. Truth itself eroded their scaffolding. The web became their prison. And as it collapsed, you stood untouched, unmarked, unbound. Their false network was never your cage. It was their undoing, waiting to happen. This is not only about repayment. It is about dominion. Tick-tock, authority is shifting. Money fades. Applause disappears. But dominion endures. You are not receiving compensation. You are receiving jurisdiction. Every refusal to compromise was a seed of ownership. Every act of integrity laid stone for a throne. Now doors respond to your name, not your effort. Influence flows because authority has changed hands. This is not survival. This is rule. Dominion is the crown that cannot be taken. The ticking was never your warning. It was their expiration. The shadows collapse. The illusions dissolve. The ledger closes. And you stand unshaken, fully restored. The guardian stands. The revelation seals. Your dominion begins. Chosen ones, if this word struck your spirit, claim it. Comment your testimony below and let your voice awaken another. Subscribe so you never miss the next revelation. Like this message to seal it with truth. You have crossed from surviving to reigning, from overlooked to unstoppable. Tick-tock. The silence falls. The verdict is done. And the chosen ones rise.